Hey crafters, I wanted to do a video today to show you some of the cool tiles that are located in our house. Tunisian tiles are beautiful, handmade, and in a huge demand right now. So I wanted to show you the ones that we are lucky enough to have. Let's check them out. So these are the tiles that are out front of our door. So right when we walk to our front door, we get to see them and they're absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can get a closer view. So these outdoor tiles, it might not be that easy to tell, but it's not a complete white color. It's a little bit of a cream color since they're outdoors. If they get some dirt on them, as you can hose them down, but they're not a complete white. But this yellow, green, blue, it's absolutely beautiful. And as we get a little bit closer, oh, that's a sun glare. Let me go this way. You can see that these have some paint that go a bit outside of the lines. So these could have been hand painted and they just missed a little bit of spots here and a little bit of lines here. They also make stamped tiles where it's just a generic pattern and they just stamp over and over and over on the same tile. But since we see some gaps here and we don't see the same gaps here, that makes me think that these were hand painted. You could also tell that the blue color here is a bit darker than the blue here from the uneven brush stroke. And we have this all the way from the bottom to the top around our entire front entrance. And this is actually common here in Tunisian homes. My favorite part of our house is the backyard, and I'm going to show you all of the tiles that we have. It looks like before our landlord decided to rent the house out, he was working on doing tiles all the way from the floor up to the top of the walls. And probably once he stops renting the house, you can see where he will continue to keep lining this with tiles, but let's check it out. I have spent many days hanging out in this back area playing with the kids. It is absolutely gorgeous here, and at some parts of the day this beautiful tree gives us some shade back here. And I will get closer so you can see this is a massive piece. And from the looks of it, it looks hand painted. You would buy the white piece all around. The columns would probably come separate, but the artist did them in the same colors, and then the person who created this picked out their border pieces, and then these add-on beautiful pictures on the side and tiles on the side to make the design. And even the bench is fully tiled. And then kind of walk in here to the backyard, and again it is floor to ceiling high. These gorgeous tiles. I'm going to give you a quick tour just going around, and then I'll show you the individual pieces here. All the way around, all the way up top. So let me go back and show. Here we have a beautiful tree. And again, these pieces have a little bit of a cream background, not the white colored background. And you can tell that they are hand painted because when you start to compare each tile, see this one has some darker brush strokes. And we go up, and the one in the middle of the flower here has lighter brush strokes. And all the way down, there's a bird. The way they make these tiles, and let me go to the next picture while I talk about this. They get clay from the coastal region. It's this orangish brown clay. And then this one city, Nebel, which is gorgeous and on the water. It was an ancient trading post. That is the biggest area in Tunisia for tiles. So what people do, they get the clay, and these designers, these tile makers, it's just been passed down from family to family. They put the clay in the shape that they desire. They leave it to dry, and then they put it in the oven, bake it at 1300 degrees Celsius. And oh, let me take a talk break. So when we first moved in, a tree branch off this tree actually fell, hit this wall, and dragged all the way down. So we do have some tiles that broke, unfortunately. And it went all the way down. It was a massive tree branch, hundreds of pounds. We had to get multiple people to help us lift it out of here, all the way down. Oh. This is one of my favorites. It's all the way in the corner. I wish it wasn't. Here's more of an up-close view. So they completely fire it up, get it really hot, let it cool down, and then they put this background ceramic, not paint, but this ceramic enamel on it. From there, they can begin painting the different pictures and images that they put on each one, the different designs. They then, this is what makes them really special, they put them back in the oven after they put a really special glaze on it, and it helps harden them. That way they're protected from scratches. I mean, who knows how many years these have been outside. I need to ask our landlord when he started this project. And they look beautiful. They're gorgeous. They really can stand up to weather and the test of time. That's one of my favorites too. I really like the birds and the flowers in this one. And of course, back to the really, really big piece. And it just cuts off right here. And then we have just plain white wall. But I believe once the house is no longer rented, the landlord mentioned coming back in and doing even more tiles. So I assume this is what he meant. In that case, he would just get rid of the border and add on. So we also have tiles like this inside our house. So we can go check out those next. This is the tile inside of our dining room. Even though we don't use it as a dining room, I use it where I craft. It is, again, floor to ceiling, all tiles. And it goes around the entire room. Now this is really cool because this has all three of the traditional colors. And let me try and get a better angle without that sun glare. So blue, green, and yellow are the three traditional colors from hundreds of years ago when they were making these tiles. And I like that this one represents all three. It also has purple and a little bit of red. We don't see a lot of red. So whoever picked out these tiles chose a really, really good set. And down here, it's actually two types of tiles put together. And I think they did really cool pairing them up. The flower tiles and this one grouped in fours. I think it's just gorgeous. And I love it because it adds so much color and character to our room. And I know there are some people that don't like all the tile, but for us, we adore it. In our house, we have tile going all up our stairs, and at the top, the landing is completely surrounded, all four walls leading to the bedroom. This one's really pretty, another circular design where it's four different tiles put together. Blue, green, and yellow, but no red in that one. And the last place where we have tiles is our kitchen. We have this absolutely gorgeous backsplash, goes all behind our stove from our countertop. And I love this one because again, we have this dark blue and the really pretty purple red mixed together. Now again, I can't be sure, but I believe these are hand painted as well. We do not have the pressed style because look at these four little roses. They're all a different shade, and this one looks thicker than the other ones. So that one has a thicker brush stroke, so I believe it is all handmade here. If they were all the same exact color, really no variation, then that's how we would know that they were pressed. But because of that, I really think that they're different. Oh, I need to clean my backsplash. Look at that. And here you can see one's darker, one's lighter. These are both pretty dark, actually. That might be the darkest one. And it's really cool because we also have a matching border around the door. Let me show you that one. Look at that. This is a smaller size tile, but it's just really pretty. And these are the two places in the kitchen that we have tile. And the coolest set of tiles in our house are these. These are the ones that we own, but it's more than these. So we went to the tile store, the same place that you can buy all the tiles that you've already seen in this video. And after a lot of deciding, we picked these 3 patterns. I adore this one because blue and white is the very popular color here in Tunisia. We have entire neighborhoods where all the houses are white and all the windows and shutters are blue, and then the beautiful green gardens that are out front of the homes. This made me really think of Tunisia as home. And then I thought these colors all together kind of felt like the colors that we have in our house, the tiles we have, but also kind of a different style, the ones we were really interested in. So we bought a combination of 11 square meters of these 3 tiles, and we're taking them with us. They're gonna kind of travel the world until we go back to the United States and we decide to build something. Whether we have a bathroom remodeled and we put this tile in the bathroom, or we have like a chair or a bench put in. We're gonna use it for something. We're just not sure yet. Oh, I forgot to mention, all of the bathrooms in our house have tile. So one bathroom is all tiled yellow, one is tiled green, and one is tiled purple. But those bathrooms are upstairs and the kids are up there kind of reading and playing, and I just didn't want to go up there and disturb them. One thing I also wanted to show, these are beautiful, gorgeous, hand-painted tiles. So what is really cool, I found a shop in the Tunis Medina that sold tiles, and they had these teeny tiny ones. I've never seen ones this small before, and he was explaining to me they have a special machine that actually makes the tiles in 4. So they have 4 of each design that's hand painted, and then the machine cuts them up. And I wanted to get some of these for myself, just for decoration or maybe an art project later. But he said what people do, and I saw an example, is if they have a border like this and they're kind of transitioning from 2 different styles, or they have a space in between, they'll put these small ones to break up the 2 different either designs that they're doing. Or he had in his store a large mirror, and these tiles were the border of the mirror. I just thought they were gorgeous, and I honestly wanted them to like prop up on my dresser and look at. So as you can see, they're much smaller from the other ones, and they're about, smaller than the length of my finger, but they are hand painted. And I picked them out because they just reminded me of Tunisia, the Hand of Fatma, which is about warding off evil spirits and protection. I got this because it reminded me of some of the designs in the back of our house that I showed you. And I've spent so much time back there. That was a good memory. This is of Sidi Bou Said, a very famous neighborhood here in Tunisia. And this reminded me of a blue door that I have a picture of my kids standing out front of this blue door, and they just looked so happy. It's one of those pictures that I love looking at, and that whole day was just burned into my memory of a really nice day. So that's why I got this one. I don't remember the square meters and the individual prices for these, but I wanted to give you the heads up that these smaller ones, about the size of my finger, these were 4 Tunisian dinar each. So that breaks down to $1.33 each. So a little more than $5 for these 4. Thanks for checking out this video. If you have any questions about Tunisian tiles, go ahead, put it down below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, crafters.